This year marks the 100th anniversary of the National Spiritual Assembly of the Bahá'is of the United Kingdom, the democratically elected body administering to the affairs of the Baha'i community. A key tenet of the Baha'i faith is that a key function of institutions is to channel and direct the burgeoning talents, abilities, and collective energies within the community. Seeing society organized this way enables an environment for collective learning in which individuals, communities, and institutions grow and mature together. By naming these three social actors protagonists, we build a framework in which all people come to see themselves and others as invaluable contributors to a common vision. Capacities are developed as these three protagonists serve their communities in collaboration, drawing on the principle of consultation. Consultation is a process of truth-seeking and problem-solving, in which all contribute in a detached manner, with only the good of the collective in mind, not any personal agenda. This is the process which transmutes conjecture into certitude, the light which in a dark world leads and guides.
There are 5 capacities that one might observe as having enabled the Assembly to govern more effectively in recent decades. Firstly, applying the spiritual principles of Baha'i consultation. Second, turning to the guidance of the centre of the faith, the Universal House of Justice. Third, collaboration with the institutions of the councillors and drawing on the experience and wisdom of individual councillors. Fourth, the members of the Assembly's involvement in the work of the plans of the Universal House of Justice. And finally, the members of the Assembly championing the decisions of the Assembly itself. One can observe how, as these principles are applied, they cohere and interact with each other and enable the institution to reach higher in its endeavours. This will, in time, develop the capacity of the institution to play its full part in guiding and administering the spiritual and material well-being of this country.
The National Spiritual Assembly applies the law of consultation to all questions and difficulties and seeks to promote unity and justice through the community. The possibilities inherent in Baha'i institutions can only be estimated when one realizes how rapidly modern civilization is disintegrating for lack of spiritual power, which can alone supply the necessary attitude of responsibility and humility to the leaders and the requisite loyalty to individual members of society.
Things I've learned about consultation through my service on the National Spiritual Assembly over a very long period of time is really the quality of listening. I mean, that's a very important aspect of consultation, listening to what other people have to say before you jump in with your own opinion and ideas. But I've also learned the idea that the purpose of consultation is to uncover the truth. So it's not that you just have an opinion about something. You know, opinion is not a fact. It's an opinion, it's an idea. But it's not to be held on to in the light of other information, other evidence, other facts. And if the purpose of consultation is to uncover truth, then you really need to be searching for that and not just waiting your turn to speak. I've also learned how important it is to have a unity of vision among the people who are consulting. Consultation is the principle which unites all the three protagonists together. It is manifest at all levels of society and guides individuals and communities, as well as institutions, in their search for truth and the solutions to different problems.
Someone mentioned exam stress and like was studying, so building the sense of community was like the major concern of being in a university space. And I think
the community, and to start each, let's say, meeting with quotations, guidance on the environment.
Local spiritual assemblies are elected 9-member bodies which serve communities in smaller geographical areas. Every 19 days, the community comes together to pray, discuss its affairs, take practical steps towards its collective vision, and strengthen ties of friendliness and fellowship. The upwards and downwards flow of ideas and information connects the community and the institutions, allowing the community's deliberations to be informed by the information and the inspiration imparted by the large-scale vision coming from the institutions. The decisions of the institutions can direct the energies of the community and enable the actualization of individual and collective ideas through both financial and intellectual support.
To investigate the truth together. So we have the same purpose. We want to kind of find out the reality and what are the truths. So the idea that once your opinion is put on the table, it's actually not yours anymore. So like, even though I think it's the hardest part, but at the same time, by constantly reminding yourself that I'm contributing to this bigger purpose, like just letting go this opinion and not sticking to it and not taking things personally really helps, I think. Because in the end, it's for the collective purpose to kind of like gain a higher purpose.
I think that's also why it's important to share your thoughts and, as you say, to kind of be free there once you have shared them. Because how it affects the nature of that consultation will then kind of have a life of its own, and then the consultation will hopefully reach a conclusion that is maybe different from what would have happened if you hadn't shared that perspective. And then I think it also means that everyone, because they have shared, hopefully everyone would have shared their perspective on a particular consultation, then they feel they're able to kind of fully support, wholeheartedly embrace the outcome of that consultation, because they have all shared and contributed towards the process. I think as individuals, as institutions and a community more generally, we're all kind of learning together. It will look different in different places and so forth, but we're all kind of learning together about this process of building communities, how we enact the guidance in the writings in our daily lives and in our communities. We might not necessarily get everything right all the time, either as individuals, communities, institutions, but this idea is that we are all striving to improve our understanding and enacting of the writings and the guidance.
Mm-hmm. Consultation is the process by which truth is understood to increasingly greater degrees, and through which the solutions to problems can be found. And it is essentially a spiritual tool for social progress. As such, it has certain spiritual conditions. The first condition is absolute love and harmony amongst the members of the assembly. They must be wholly free from estrangement and must manifest in themselves the unity of God, for they are the waves of one sea, the drops of one river, the stars of one heaven, the rays of one sun, the trees of one orchard, the flowers of one garden.